like we're able to go live.
All right, everyone, welcome back here. SportsBook Sports, all things sports betting. I am your host, Connor, with my boy here, GA.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode.
Yep, episode part
21,
100K challenge. We've honestly been on a little bit of a roll here, both of us making some money. You're climbing your way back into it. I'm just hovering around, that $10,000 mark, going up, going down a little bit. But yeah, big weekend ahead of college football, so it's definitely a lot of exciting stuff going on.
Yeah, it's been a great start to the college season. Week 0 is always cool, getting a couple games. And last night there were some great games we saw with Ohio State, with the band and the fans getting everything going, and then UFC and Boise State after the delay. Kicked off a great game, awesome comeback for them. So we were both on Boise State, so we both covered. It was a beautiful thing, and they held out at the end. It was getting pretty close. But, yeah, great start to the season. To your point about hovering around where we started again with the 10K challenge, we started with a $10,000 bankroll, and we're trying to grow it to $100,000 throughout the sports betting season. So we started kind of right around when the NBA was finishing up. So it was the dog days of summer. We were betting golf. We were betting baseball. My bankroll went down pretty significantly. I was down like 4,000 or 5,000, but we're climbing back. We're having a good start to the college football season, trying to get these good vibes going, and carry it into the rest of week 1 for college football, and then week 1 for NFL.
Yep. I was saying, before we really get deep into our picks and everything like that, SportsBook Sports on Instagram and YouTube, SportsBook Talks on Twitter. Follow those. Give us a subscribe on the YouTube, please. It means a lot. And comment, like, interact, anything you can to our posts. But just wanted to shoot those out there before we got into our picks.
Yeah, I mean, it helps a ton. I just wanted to recap on kind of where we're at. So with the 100K challenge right now, I'm sitting at 24, 44, and 1. My bankroll is about 5,500, so I'm down about 4,500 on the year. But like I said, that was down around, I think I was down around $5,000 down a week or two ago. So been good so far with college football. I was 3-0 on week 0. Yep. And then 4-5 last night, so trying to climb back. You've been doing good really all year, 25, 33, and 1, sitting at $11,200. Yep. So you're sitting up about $1,200 right now. And, yeah, we're sitting in a good spot, ready to get this going. So why don't we hop into the picks for tonight?
Yeah. Hop right into them. I know you got a few, so if you want to start it off here.
Yeah, and I guess before we get into it, so we're getting out our picks right now. We're going to be uploading them to YouTube to get them out. Like you say, you say sometimes if you're riding with us, if you're fading us, whatever it is, this way we get you the picks. Yep. And then we're going to be coming back later tonight doing a live stream while we watch the UNC game and the Old Dominion Wake Forest game. And we're going to be talking about the AFC.
And the Michigan State one.
Michigan State game. Yeah. So, yeah, there's a few different games. I got Colorado tonight. So there's going to be a few different games for us to talk about and watch. So while we're watching those games, we're going to be talking about the AFC. We're going to be giving our preview for the whole conference.
Yep.
And then next week sometime we'll do the NFC, get you guys ready for week 1 of the NFL because that starts up next week. Can't believe it's already here, but it is here.
Yep. Looking forward to that.
So, yeah, 100K challenge. I have a big card for tonight and Saturday, so I'll tweet this out again on Saturday for everyone, but I'm going to put $250 on each of the following picks. So for tonight, I really like North Carolina, under 63.5. I like Wake Forest, under 61.5. I just think North Carolina lost a lot of offensive weapons this past season. I think they're going on the road. Virginia Tech, you get Enter Sandman, first game of the year, Friday night. I think the offense might be a little slow to start. And Wake Forest, I think they're just playing an inferior opponent. I talked about Old Dominion being my miscellaneous kind of under for the year. I think that they're bad. I think we saw it with UConn, how these teams that took off for a season, they lost a lot of players. They lost a lot of kind of familiarity with how to go through a season, and week one is just a bad spot. So Wake Forest can score, so I'm actually a little nervous about the under here, but I do like the under 61.5. So like Colorado under 56.5. I think, again, they're playing an inferior opponent, so I think that them putting up 60 points doesn't concern me as much as Wake Forest, so I like the under 56.5 there. And then we move to the Saturday slate. I love the over in Wisconsin, 49.5. I think it's just low number because a lot of people, when they think of Wisconsin, think of running the ball, think of, Big Ten football, rainy day. But it's an early kickoff. It's going to be gorgeous. I think that their offense is changing a little bit. It has been changing for a little bit if you've been paying attention. They're going to throw it. They're going to pass a little more. And I really do love Penn State. I think Penn State has a shot at winning the game outright tomorrow. So I think they're going to be scoring points. So I like the over 49.5. One of my picks for this year is the under on Texas. I think Texas is not going to live up to the expectations. The fact that they're ranked right now, I don't know why.
And they're nice, that's why.
Yeah, and I think people think that Sarkisian's in his first year. They have a good running back. I just think that the Raging Cajuns, Louisiana Lafayette, I think that they have been for the last few years kind of just playing better and better, and I think that they get it done this week. I like them plus 9.5. USC, I like the over 59.5. Illinois, I think that they're a little bit more real than people realize. They brought in a new coach, and they played good against Nebraska. I personally think Nebraska is just bad. So I'm a little nervous about this one, but I do like Illinois in the spot that they are, minus 4.5. It's kind of a weird number. It's under a touchdown, so I do like it minus 4.5. And I love the Notre Dame over 55.5. I think for Sunday afternoon or Sunday night, I can't remember exactly when the kickoff is, but they're all by themselves. They're the only slate on. I love the over 55.5 for them against Florida State. If I had to pick a side in that game, I kind of lean Florida State in that. I think people will just remember Florida State from the last 2 or 3 years being bad, but I think they're improving. But I do like over 55.5 for Notre Dame. And to cap it all off, I have 2 parlays. I have $250 on the 8 games that I just gave out above. That's going to be $250 to win $43,915. And then also, I have an all moneyline underdog parlay. I love each of these games. I'm going to be betting them probably individually, but if you tally it all up, UCLA moneyline underdog, Georgia moneyline underdog, Oregon State moneyline underdog, Louisiana Lafayette moneyline underdog, Penn State moneyline underdog. You add it all up, $250 on those 5 games wins you $40,138. It's week 1. I'm so ready for college football. Like I said, it's been going pretty good. So chances are these parlays, we talk about it all the time. Don't bet parlays. It's a waste of money. Yesterday, I missed my parlay by 1. That would have won $12,000. That still hurts. So I'm trying to ride with it. If this doesn't go too well this weekend, I'll probably do one more for week 1 NFL because you got to parlay. When you bet against in the NFL, the rookie coaches week 1, you just got to bet against them each year.
Yep.
So that might be it for me. But for right now, Saturday, I can't believe these games. I'm so excited. A lot of overs and unders just because I think that to start the year, I think some of these teams just kind of, people remember these teams from the previous year. And I just don't think that they live up to the hype, or they're just better than what they expected. That's why I go with the overs and unders. And then once the season gets going, I think we get a little bit better idea of who they actually are. I think the over-unders get a little sharper. And then I kind of move to the sides, maybe week 3, week 4 kind of. So.
Yeah. No, and I feel you there. I think Vegas does a good job of spreading out the risk and making sure they put money in their pocket at the end of the year. They give people that edge in the beginning, and then it sort of suckers them into betting more and more each week.
Yeah, I mean, they're in for the long haul, like you said. They're in it for, at the end of the year, they're going to be up money.
Exactly.
So they want to sucker people in early.
But just to get into, I have 2 picks for tonight.
I just threw out 8 picks and 2 parlays, and you're rolling up with 2 picks for tonight.
Yep, 2 picks, both of them for the games tonight.
Mm-hmm.
First game that I'm taking is Virginia Tech versus North Carolina.
You got Charlotte plus 6.5.
Yep. Oh, Charlotte plus 6.5. Oh, I forgot.
Yep.
I ended up taking them in Michigan State. You're right.
Yep.
So I got Charlotte plus 6.5. This is a game where
We can throw Virginia Tech on the card if you want.
Nah, I'm gonna stay away
right.
from that one. I forgot I switched that late, so I appreciate you.
Yep.
You making sure I'm on point here. I'm taking Charlotte plus 6.5. I think Duke is just continually in decline mode as a football program. They're never good. They don't do a good job recruiting. Duke's just not a football school.
Yeah.
A lot of people are on them because I think they think the gap in talent is that much different. But Charlotte U's a solid football team. Like what I'm seeing right now is 70% of the public's on Duke.
Okay.
30% on Charlotte plus 6.5.
That's crazy.
I think they're just. I honestly, this is one of the games I like to do. Personally, what I like to do as a technique in my gambling is I like to take underdogs like this. If I am taking them with the points, and I'll put about 85 to 90% of the money I want to bet on the game on the spread, and then I'll put 10 to 15% on the money line.
Yep.
So I would recommend that for this game because I think Charlotte U is out to sort of prove a point. This could somewhat be a signature win for them.
Yeah, it could be their Super Bowl. Yeah.
Like, you're playing against Duke, who's an ACC school. You go in and get a win against them. It makes your program look a little bit better. You can say you got that ACC win.
We saw some upsets, too, last night with some of these other smaller schools they really weren't expecting, either winning outright against, like, Tulane or just Tulsa and just or keeping it close. Like Arizona State didn't blow anyone out last night. There's a couple of games that I thought were going to be blowouts that didn't happen.
Yeah, and I think this game just really proves to be if Charlotte did a good job in training camp in the off season, getting ready for this, because they've done a fantastic job taking advantage of the transfer portal.
Yep.
They bring back 9 people on offense, including their quarterback, only 5 on defense. But they brought in a defensive end from Notre Dame, a defensive tackle from Iowa State, and a safety from Kansas State. So those are 3 decent schools that should match up well against the ACC.
For sure.
All defensive side of the ball. And then they brought in a running back from Iowa as well. So I think this screams, where I see the 6.5 too, to me that screams upset because they're getting enough people to bet Duke because they're like, 6.5, win by a touchdown.
Yep.
That should be easy.
Yep.
I think Charlotte beats these guys by
wins them outright.
Yeah, I might take a little on the alternative line instead of the money line.
Okay.
Because I think Charlotte's going to win by a touchdown.
Okay.
Plus.
Yeah.
So that's my pick on that one. I really do like Charlotte tonight versus Duke. Duke's just, again, a terrible football team, and I think that's
and like you said, they're just in decline year after year. It seems like
they don't get better. Chase Bryce left for Appalachian State, so they don't even have a quarterback. And he wasn't really that good anyway in the ACC. So
yep.
But he played decent last night. But then my second pick for the night is Michigan State versus
Northwestern.
Sorry, I was about to burp there.
Northwestern. At Northwestern.
At Northwestern, too. I think this game also is sort of to what you spoke about before. A lot of teams saw Northwestern last year.
Yep.
And Northwestern last year, they went 7-2. They won their division in the conference. They won a bowl game.
Yeah.
They had a very good year, but I don't think what people realize is, for one, this is a rebuilding year because they lost damn near everybody. Michigan State.
They lost 2 guys in the top 10, 15 picks.
Yep.
Like
That's
how rare is that for Northwestern to have 2 guys in the top 15?
I don't think. First off, Northwestern traditionally isn't a good football school.
No.
What they had last year was just a beautiful mix of 22 guys, really 30 guys that had been playing there since their freshman year. All together. And then when they came all together for their senior year, they had a great mix. They still lost 2 games, even though it was to tougher opponents.
Yep.
But they were able to put all that together, and now they're in rebuild mode.
Yep.
They're hoping to do the same type of thing
in 3 years. Yep.
So that's where some of the public money's coming in on Northwestern. It's plus 3.5. It's moved to plus 3 on some sites for Michigan State. I took it at plus 3. I got it at even juice. And I think I got it at 3.5 earlier too. So
Yep. Here you got it 3.5, 1,100 to win 1,000.
Yeah, and then I took a little bit more on the +3 because I got it at even money.
Yep.
But I just think, like I said, I think Michigan State's actually in a year where they can have some improvement based on previous years. They've had down years in the past, and I think that's what's mixing up the public on this one. So yeah, Michigan State laying 1,100 to win 1,000 +3.5, and those are my 2 picks for tonight.
Yeah, it's going to be a beautiful thing. Like we said, Sportsbook Sports on Instagram and YouTube, Sportsbook Talks on Twitter. Let us know what you guys are taking tonight. We're going to be coming back later to do a live stream. We're going to be talking about the AFC and the NFL, but we're also going to be watching some of these football games that we have going tonight. So, yeah, like I said, let us know what you guys are taking. Let us know what you guys think about our picks. Are you tailing us? Are you fading us? Do you like the parlays? Should I stop doing it? Should I keep doing it? Let me know. So, again, Sportsbook Sports on YouTube and Instagram, Sportsbook Talks on Twitter, and we'll catch you guys next time.
We'll see you then.